Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today we're going to look at the naughty side of Bazi Astrology, and we're going to look at your sexual preferences as indicated by your day pillar. Now this is a bit of a longer segment, so I've divided it into two, and today's segment will focus on the males. Yeah, so for women, for females, we are going to look at this next week. Today we're going to look at the male charts and what the day pillar suggests about their sexual preferences or their romantic and intimate inclinations. So let's take a look. Obviously, first things first, we need to plot the BAZA chart. Now you can go to this link here, and I'm also posting the link in the description to this video. And then you just plot your BAZA chart. The time of birth is irrelevant for this particular analysis, so that's not really needed. All you need to focus on once you have plotted your chart is this pillar here, the day pillar. Yeah, so check what you have here. So for this person here, this is an earth monkey. Yeah, it may be something totally different. There is a total of 60 jiazi pillars, 60 day pillars. So check which one you have there. And then based on this pillar, you may have, or you do have different sort of inclinations when it comes to romantic endeavors, intimacy, and sex in general. All right, so let's take a look. So if you are, again, this is for males only today. The next session will focus on the females. So if you have the earth rooster, the fire tiger, the water monkey, the earth tiger, the fire rooster, or the water rabbit as your day pillar, then these men usually have quite a strong sexual desire, but they don't like to be pushed. Yeah, so it has to be, if you're a woman, it requires a little bit of TLC, a little bit of tenderness, so that their sexual desire can rise slowly and is actually sustainable. Yeah, so don't push them, don't be impatient, but once you trigger them, they actually have a very, very strong sexual desire. All right, then we have those guys who are born on a metal pig day or wood rat, sorry, metal horse, or the wood snake. So metal pig, wood rat, metal horse, or the wood snake. So these guys tend to be quite lustful and sort of driven by their senses. They like to indulge in their desires. And they like to pursue their desires. And they're not shy to express what they want or to go after what they want. So it's important that as a woman to hold back a little bit. Yeah, don't give in right away. Otherwise, the thrill of the chase is gone. Yeah, so you have to make sure that you keep them, that you let them chase you a little bit. But once you hook up or once you get together, they always make sure that their partner is sexually satisfied. Now, the next group here we have are all those guys who are born on a water ox day, fire dragon day, earth goat, water dog, earth dragon, or a fire goat. So they like for their partner to dress up and just role play a little bit. Yeah, so they also like to indulge in sort of like novel sex techniques every now and then, and they're very concerned to sexually satisfy their significant others. Yeah, so this is actually a very, very good thing. But if you are their partner, you kind of need to indulge a little bit in their desire to just try new things every now and then. And it may be a little bit kinky, it may be a little bit weird sometimes, but that's okay. Just indulge them. And don't be afraid of role play. Yeah, if you are with one of these guys, don't be afraid of role play. All right, then we have those men who are born on a wood tiger day, wood rabbit, metal monkey, or metal rooster day. Yeah, so again, these are the day pillars. If they appear anywhere else in your chart, we don't care. This is just about the day. So men who are born on these days, they usually have a very, very strong sexual desires. And it's almost like exercise. Yeah, so they have a very, very strong sex drive. And they tend to also indulge in self-satisfaction. Yeah, so masturbation is key. So as a partner, don't repress that drive. Yeah, a lot of women may feel like their sex drive is a little bit overly strong. So they usually don't match well with women who have a low sex drive. So you need to make sure that you can actually match that, or you're okay with them just pleasuring themselves. All right. Then we have men who are born on a water rat day, fire snake day, earth horse, water pig, earth snake, or fire horse day. Again, these are men with very, very strong and intense sexual desires. They have a very high sex drive, but they like to play with very, very different sexual techniques. So the previous category, they just have a strong sex drive. And even if it's just the same position every day, doesn't matter. But these guys here now, they have a strong sex drive, but they like to play with sex techniques. They really enjoy sex. They like the novelty of things. They like to explore. So as a woman, you need to be open to trying out new things. They don't like routine in sex. That's essentially what these pillars are all about. Now then we have the metal dog, the wood ox, the metal goat, and the wood dragon. So these men, they may come across as looking like there's a lack of enthusiasm for sex and intimacy, which is not necessarily the case, but they just don't actively seduce a woman. They just sort of like, they're more the followers. So as a woman, if you know that your spouse or your object of desire is born on one of these particular days, you need to take the first step. So you need to initiate. It's not that they don't have sexual desires at all, but they are just a little bit shyer. They're not cowards, but they're just a little bit shyer about expressing their desires. So it's for the woman to take the first step, to take the initiative. And once you do that, they are usually very, very considerate, and they make sure that you are also happy and satisfied. Now, then we've got men who are born on the earth monkey days, fire rabbit, water rooster, earth rabbit, fire monkey, and water tiger. So those 6 days, if you have a spouse, a partner, a boyfriend, or an object of desire who is born on those days, then know that these guys do have a strong sexual desire, but somehow they have very, very strict criteria for their partners. They tend to be a little bit afraid of what is next. They kind of think 3 steps ahead. And so with that in mind, they sort of like plan for the future. So they may look at the woman and be like, okay, so if I hook up with this woman, what will happen tomorrow, next week, in a month, or whatever? And so they set a very, very sort of strict set of criteria for their partner before they choose one. Now, what these men actually need to learn is to not look down on women who may come across as just average or ordinary women, or not necessarily supermodels or whatever, because actually they need to learn to loosen their strict criteria a little bit. Yeah, not everybody is rich, good looking, well educated, wealthy, whatever. Yeah, so all of these criteria, you need to soften them up a little bit, because you may actually be very, very, very happy and achieve everything you want also for the future with someone who may on the surface just look average. So this is quite important for these guys. Once you loosen your criteria a little bit, you will find much more pleasure and intimacy and sexual encounters. Because what often happens with these guys is that because of their strict criteria, they're very picky, and then once they actually end up in bed together, they feel let down or disappointed, right? So make sure that you loosen this to become a little bit more tolerant. Now then we've got the guys who are born on a wood pig day, a metal snake, a wood horse, or a metal rat day. So they have very strong stamina. Yeah, they don't need a lot of stimulation. Yeah, they are easily triggered sexually, so you don't need to play the long game and do a lot of seduction. They're very easily triggered. I don't want to say they're easy, but it doesn't take long for them to be sexually interested in someone. And then they do have a lot of stamina. Now, what they do tend to do once they get together with someone, not just sexually, but in a relationship, is that um, they they are kind people, but they want to make sure that everybody actually complies with their demands. Yeah, so it's not, they just want things done their own way. So be a little bit careful with that if you're a woman. If you are someone who's very independent, very autonomous, used to making your own decisions, then more than just sex with one of these guys may not work out, because you have to become a little bit more of a subordinate to these guys. Yeah, but if you like that, then that's fine. All right, then next we have those guys who are born on Fire Ox Day, Water Goat, Fire Dog, Earth Ox, Water Dragon, or the Earth Dog Day. So these guys, they have a very particular skill, sexual skill. Yeah, or there's sort of like, they may have like a little bit of a fetish about something, or a very particular about something when it comes to sex. So you, as a woman, you kind of need to find out what it is that really triggers them, or what their deepest desires are. And once you find out and you're able to satisfy that particular desire of them, you're in forever. Yeah. They are sort of like the masters of sex skills. So if you manage to find out what that is, you will have a really good time. And they are very concerned about also bringing pleasure to their partner. So they really want to make their partner happy, but to make sure that you find out what it is that they really want. It may be some hidden desire that they are a little bit embarrassed about, for example, but try to find out. All right, then we've got guys who are born on the Wood Monkey Day, Metal Tiger, Metal Rabbit, or the Wood Rooster days. So they don't like to be lonely. They don't like to be alone. And they fluctuate quite widely. They may have phases where they have a very strong sexual desire, and then there are phases where they have absolutely no sexual desire at all. And that's not the fault of the women. It's just the way they are wired. Yeah, even though they don't like to be alone, doesn't mean that they necessarily are interested in sex all the times. So um, they also tend to be a little bit promiscuous with women. So you got to be a little bit careful with these guys. Once they go through a phase where they have a really strong sexual desire, they tend to just go from one to another without really caring. And so it can come across as just being very selfish and very nasty guys. But again, doesn't necessarily mean that they are bad people. It's just they go through these phases. All right, then we have guys who are born on the Fire Rat Day, Water Horse, Fire Pig, Earth Rat, water snake or the earth pig days. Um, they they're very, very lustful, and they like women who are inexperienced, and or at least play the inexperienced one. So they like to pursue novelty. And so let's say if they get together with a woman who is a virgin, that is very exciting to them. So they really like women who are a little bit less sexually experienced than they are. And so if you are a woman, just play that part. Yeah, you don't have to be a virgin, just play that part, to make them enjoy things a little bit better. They like to teach. Yeah, they like to, I wouldn't want to say instruct, but they like to have the upper hand, and they're actually very, very good at bringing sexual pleasure to their partner. Yeah, so they just like to take the lead and to at least feel like they're the more experienced one among the two. And then lastly, we've got the group of the wood dog, the metal dragon, the wood goat, and the metal ox. So these guys, they're very stable, they're very compassionate, they're very considerate of their partner's sexual desires, and they just want to be joyful and happy and have a good sex life with their partner. So there's nothing necessarily special about it. They don't necessarily have a kink, or they don't necessarily have any specific sexual desires. They just want to enjoy happy times with their partner, and they always want to make sure that their partner is happy as well. So even though every now and then they may feel like there's sort of like a they even though they may follow a kink every now and then, at the base of everything, they just want to have a normal, regular, well, normal in parentheses, but they want to just have a regular sex life. Nothing special about it. They tend to be quite vanilla, even though on the surface they may try to experiment a little bit, but they always go back to just vanilla sex, yeah, which doesn't have to be bad at all. They're generally nice people. They want to make sure that the partner is happy as well. But over time, they just become more and more, they just tend to be more and more vanilla in their approach to sex. All right. So this is the naughty side of your BAZA day pillar. So as I mentioned, this was for the males, for the male charts. And next week, we're going to take a look at the female charts and what it says about these, about women. So if you do have any questions, any comments, please put them in the comment section below. And if you would like to have a personal reading with me, then by all means, please get in touch. My email address is in the description of this video. And in the meantime, please give this video a thumbs up, follow me, share this video with anybody who may be interested, and please subscribe to my channel so we can grow this amazing community. All right, see you guys soon. Take care.